I wouldn't trust your knees when running until you can hit our target of 8 reps with 50% of your body weight loaded in your Peterson step-ups like we do in the Targets program. All you're gonna think to do is lift the heel first, tap your other heel to the floor, then push back up with your foot and knee. Because the less control that you have over your knees with extra weights and with elevation, the less control you'll have over your knees when you're running, because it's around the same amount of force. But I don't recommend anyone start at this level, because if I did it when I had knee pain, I would have re-injured myself quickly. So although it is one of our goals in the Targets program to be able to do this, first we start with 8 weeks in the Rebuild program doing our Poliquin step-ups. These were made famous by Charles Poliquin, who used them on his Olympic athletes, and it was so effective that he called it the $1 million knee exercise. And my job is just to continue that legacy with the professional, amateur, and beginner runners that try out the program route. The only difference between Targets and Rebuild is in Rebuild, we're using the slant board under our heels, so it's more about raw knee strength instead of foot and knee stability. During your time in Rebuild, on Thursday's workout, you'll be doing these Poliquin step-ups. You'll set a 3-minute timer and aim for 45 reps on one leg in those 3 minutes before doing the same on the other leg after. And as you're following along, the program makes it super easy to track your reps, sets, and weights right inside the app. Week 1, choose a weight that you think you can do 45 reps on in 3 minutes. And if you hit your 45 reps, the following week you can add additional weight. But before we even start in Rebuild or Targets, we spend 8 weeks in the Unlock program first. The goal here is to start building confidence in your knees by doing 2 sets of 50 reps in our knee bend pulses twice a week. I keep my body in one straight line to keep the load on the knee instead of using elevation, so anyone can do it from home. And this scales infinitely by just adding more assistance by holding on to something and less range of motion through the knee. And remember that through this entire route, we're also building up our full knee bend, starting with our VMO squats, either assisted or body weight, all the way up to our hack squats, loaded with weight behind our body through a full range of motion as well. Plus, we build your knee mobility from tight and locked up like this, all the way to being comfortable in a fully stretched position with your knee against the wall, which is our marker for hip flexor, quad, and knee flexibility. The truth is, most runners will stay stuck with knee pain for years, not because they're broken, but because they haven't built the strength, mobility, and endurance in their knees that they need to be able to run without issues. And for me personally, I never would have gotten back into running after all the patellar tendon issues I had, but now that's possible because I've taken the time to build them up.